that's another tip I want to give you when it comes to visualization. Once you visualize something in your mind, try writing it down and probably stick it up somewhere so you could always see it all the time. Okay, so one's writing on the screen.
All right. Thank you, Coach Penn. Do you guys have any questions, or do you have anything else you want to add to it?
If I have anything I want to add to it, I think I said everything I needed to say. But that one tip I just wanted to give at the end, and you could apply that to anything. Once you visualize something in your mind, write it down as well. Because writing it down, you actually could see it with your eyes that this is something that I want to do. So I just think that's very important as well when it comes to visualization.
Okay, awesome. All right, thank you, Coach Penn. Campers, give Coach Penn a warm thank you for her presentation on mental skills development and the visual mindset. So I hope that you will you weren't just listening, but you will start applying this to different situations in your life, whether it's basketball, whether it's seeing yourself in the future, if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, electrician, whatever it is that you want to be, you got to be able to see it first in your mind. So make sure you use that visualization technique. All right, so moving along, we have Coach Jabari Wilmott. He is the Bahamas basketball under-17 Skills Challenge National Team Director of Basketball Operations. He's also a founder of Hooping by the Park. It's an annual tournament that's held in the Fox Hill community right now. And he's also a former junior national team player. So Coach Jabari will be with us right now. Let me get him set up on the mic. And he's going to bring you some information on leadership development to further cultivate the leader within each and every one of you.
Mic check. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can't see you.
Can't
Do you have your camera on?
I do.
One second.
Yeah. I can see my camera on my screen.
All right, there you are.
Can you see me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see you.
All right, great. You can let me know when I can start, Jurelle.
You can begin.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. How you all doing? Like Coach Jurelle said, my name is Jabari Wilmott. Like she said, I am the Director of Operations for the Bahamas Under-17 Skills Challenge. I was a part of the junior national team. And of course, she mentioned about the Hooping by the Park basketball tournament. Now today, I have the pleasure of leading today's leadership development and with the topic, developing the leader in you. So before I get started, I just want to start off with a few questions, and you can answer them in your head. So question number one. When going to the,
in the chat.
all type it in the chat. Yeah, all type it in the chat. When going to the ball cage to grab a basketball to shoot, do you knowingly grab a couple extra basketballs for your teammates? Question number two. Do you make it a habit of telling your teammate, good pass, good shot, boy, you look good today? If you can answer yes to either one of those questions, then
hold on, you break it up a little.
Hello?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Can everyone else hear me? No? Yes? Yes? Great. So if you can say yes to any of those questions. I think we're having some technical difficulties.
You probably have to repeat the questions.
Okay, so question number one. When you go to get a basketball to shoot, Do you knowingly grab an additional a few balls for your teammates? Question number 2. Do you make it a habit of telling your teammates, nice pass, good shot? Again, if you can answer yes to either one of those questions, then you have an idea of what it's like to be a good teammate. And of course, to develop the leader in you. Next slide, Jurelle. Now, on the screen, you guys should see 4 pictures: Chris Paul, Maya Moore, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. So I just want everyone to type in the chat, name one thing that all of these players have in common. Real quick. Maya Moore, the GOAT. Okay. Leadership, great. Oh, I like that. Great. They are leaders. Ah, wow, it's a smart group. Yes. So they are all leaders, not only on the basketball court, but also off the basketball court. See, good players, they only care about themselves. But great players, like LeBron James, like Chris Paul, they care about everyone around them. So if we look closely at the pictures, each of these players, they're either encouraging their teammates, correcting their mistakes. So during the next few slides, we're going to discuss how you all can develop the leader in you. All right, how can you develop the leader in you? So I like this quote: to be a leader, you must have swag. Now, for some of you guys who may not know the definition of swag, it's just another.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
You can't hear? Justin, can you guys hear me?
1 second. Can't hear you. Let me see if I can.
Okay, I'm seeing some people saying yes, yes, yes. Okay, I can hear him. Go close to the mic.
Go ahead.
Maybe let me try taking my headphones. You guys still hear me? Okay, sweet. So swag. To be a leader, you must have swag. So S, self-control. So let's think about an example. The referees make a bad call. Instead of yelling or even being disrespectful towards the referee, you know what a leader does? He walks away, or he talks to his coach, or develop a plan on how he or she can avoid that play from happening again. A leader sets an example for his or her peers to follow. W, willing to go the extra mile. This requires you to do extra, to do more. If you have a teammate that's struggling to learn or play, a leader takes time out to explain to him or her to have a better understanding and answer any questions that he may have. And guess what? This not only benefits your teammate, but it also benefits your coach. A, accountable. It requires you to hold yourself and your teammates accountable for their actions. So let's talk about another example. If coach says that you need to be on the bus for 3:15 p.m. for an away game, you better, as a leader, you better make sure that you're on the bus on time. And if your teammates are pulling up late, 3:20, 3:30, a leader just don't sit back and laugh and kid. A leader stands up, speaks up, and correct them in a respectful way why it's wrong, and they're putting their team at a disadvantage. G, growth. Now, this may be my favorite letter of this whole acronym, and let's talk about why growth is so powerful. Every day we wake up, God gives us another opportunity to be better than yesterday, to learn from our mistakes, to learn from past experience. I've been playing basketball for what, more than 15 years, and I'm still learning about the game. I'm still finding ways to be a better person. So, but guess what? Growth doesn't happen overnight. You have to remain persistent. You have to remain disciplined. And of course, you have to make it a lifestyle. Next slide. Next slide, please. Sorry. Here are some other quick tips on how you can develop a leader inside of you. You have to be passionate in everything that you do. It's simple. Give it your all. If you come to practice and you're only giving your coach 80%, you're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting the team. And if you're hurting the team, how is that even a good leader? You have to care about your teammates, your family, your friends. Always have a plan. As I mentioned earlier, I started my own basketball tournament 2 years ago at the age of 24 years old, but I just didn't plan to have a tournament. I plan to put together a great team to help me have the best outdoor basketball tournament in the Bahamas. So what did I do? I took my notepad, my pen, and I started writing on paper my 1 year plan, my 3 year plan, my 5 year plan, my 10 year plan. Now here where being a leader comes into play. I can write down until thy kingdom come, but if I don't work towards my plan and lead my team into the right direction, then I will never achieve my goal of making my tournament the best. So not only should you have a plan, guys, you have to work towards it. Never give up. Now, I've had a coach by the name of Gina Bullock growing up, and he always said, it's not your start, it's your finish. If you start something, you have to put your best foot forward to finish it. I don't care if your team's in last place. I'm talking, you guys are 0-15. A leader doesn't quit. A leader finds a way to encourage his team, to motivate his team. Next slide. Now, I just want to highlight what it looks like when you're not a leader and what it looks like when you are a leader. So when you're not a leader, nobody wants to play on your team. I'm sure everyone in this chat has either worked with or played with someone who you just cannot stand. Do you want that to be you? I don't think so. Nobody trusts you. You are known as an excuse maker. Oh, coach, I left my basketball room. Oh, coach, I'm tired. Oh, my dog ate my homework. That's an excuse maker. That's not a leader. You don't reach your full potential. Now let's talk about when you are a leader. You make everyone better around you, like LeBron James, like Michael Jordan, like Maya Moore. You are trustworthy. You accept responsibility for your own actions, and you become your best self. And what does that look like? Being your best self in basketball? You become the next Buddy Hield. You become the next DeAndre Ayton. You become the next John Quayle Jones. I guarantee you, because each of these players developed a leader within themselves, they were able to accomplish their dreams. So guys, if there's anything that I want you to remember from this presentation, it's this. The only time success comes before work is in the dictionary. I'll say it one more time. The only time success comes before work is in the dictionary. So I don't want you for 1 second to think that Buddy or John Quayle made the NBA and the WNBA just of luck or by playing 2K all during the night. No, it took time. It took commitment. It took discipline. And of course, they had to display some sort of leadership. Next slide, Jurelle. I think we may have, right. And lastly, just some Coach Wilmott's key to success. 1, you gotta be on time, right? 2, having good work ethic. 3, bringing good effort. 4, having good energy. Let me stop here real quick. I'm sure most of you guys know Draymond Green, who plays for the Golden State Warriors. But guess what? Draymond Green is the NBA champion, but he's not the best player, not the second best player, not the third best player on the team. However, his team looks at him as a leader because he brings the best out of everyone day in and day out. 5, having good body language. 6, you gotta be passionate. 7, doing extra. 8, being prepared. 9, you have to be coachable. And 10, having a positive attitude. I'm sure you may have heard it from your parents, your coach, your teachers, that manners take you throughout the world. But Coach Wilmott just want to add that being a good leader can also take you through the world. Next slide.
I'm sorry, I'm having some sound difficulties, but what did you say?
Sorry, I was saying next slide.
Okay.
Sorry. Now I have a few questions for the age group of 5 and 7. Who was one of the NBA players we considered a leader today? Name on the slide. Let me go open my chat box. Sorry.
Sorry.
Can everyone hear me? 5 to 7.
You can type it in the chat.
Okay,
First
so
one to type it in the chat.
Okay, you saw somebody said Kobe, Benicio Robinson. Someone said Kwame Brown. So Benicio Robinson, you have won a prize, and I'm sure Coach Jurelle will get in contact to you on how you can obtain that. All right. Can you hear me, Jurelle?
I'm sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What did you say?
Yeah. So I'm saying, what's his name? Benicio Robinson?
Benicio Robinson. All right. Benicio, we have you recorded for the winner of that prize. We're going to move on to the next question.
Correct.
Okay.
For the ages of 8 through 10, what does the W in swag means? Remember we talked about self-control and let me see some answers. Oh, I think I lost.
8 to 10, let's go.
8 to 10. Let me see. Willing, okay. Okay. Okay, who's the goat? The Nari? The goat, the Nari? Yep, so willing to go the extra mile. So the goat, the Nari, you have won a prize as well. Now, can we move on to the other age group? 11 through 13.
Okay, who was the winner for that one? Sorry.
The name says the goat, Denari.
Okay, good job, Denari.
Now for ages 11 and 13, what is an effect of developing the leader in you? Remember we talk about what's it like looking like being a leader, what it looks like not being a leader. Let's get some answers. Okay, Travis, no, is that, well, Cavell Ferguson and Travis Nixon answered at the same time.
Okay, you can give it to both of them.
You can give it to both of them?
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Now for the ages 14 to 16.
What were their answers?
Let me go back in the chat. Oh, they're typing so much. Let me go back. Let me scroll up. Sorry. Well, no. Oh man, 1 second. We left school. Staying positive, having a positive attitude. Name now for ages 14 to 16.
Okay.
Can you name one of Coach Wilmott's keys to success? That would have been the last slide that was on your screen. Okay, see Shane and, oh, wow, you guys are there. Good job, guys. You guys are paying attention. Wow, so much. Okay, so, oh, Kaysen Dorset. Good body language. Good job, Ms. Dorset, or Mr. Dorset. And lastly, for my 17 to 19-year-olds.
So who did that one go to?
Kaysen Dorset.
Okay. Sorry.
And last question, how can you develop the leader inside of you? Okay, see, Brian, you will answer first. We're practicing good self-control. I give you that, Brian. Good job.
All right.
again, guys, it's a pleasure talking to you guys. Just want to wish you guys good luck, and you guys on the right path for doing greatness. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to be a part of camps like this. And I'm excited for the future of basketball in this country. So that's all.
Thank you so much, Coach Wilmott. We appreciate your time.
No problem.
Well, just give me a second. I need to get this technical stuff under control. Yeah, so thank you for your time, Coach Wilmott.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on to our next segment. But before we go on to our basketball IQ, we're gonna take a few minutes to have a quick game, a competition. So let me pull that up. I like my graduation hat. New filter. Telling you basketball pays off. I chose this one because, I don't know, I'm an advocate for education, especially free education. Meaning I don't have to pay for it, not necessarily that it doesn't cost anyone anything. So because of basketball, I was able to get, how many degrees do I have? I have 3 degrees. No, 4 actually. And all of them were free because of basketball. I started off playing basketball, then I got a high school scholarship, then I got a college scholarship, and I got another college scholarship, not while I was playing, but coaching. I was also a college coach at one part of my life. So I'm telling you, if you stick with this game, if you put your mind to it, if you put in the work, it pays off. It has some benefits. Because of that, I can sit before you today and help to create something like this, a virtual camp, giving you a break during these COVID-19 times, right? So, and it's not only basketball. I know some of you play other sports. If you really want to be good at something and you want to be a success and you want to have a significant life, you got to put in the work, got to put in the time, and trust me, it'll pay off. Like my grandmother used to tell me, hard work never kill nobody, it never fail nobody. So you keep working hard, working smart, and you'll get to where you want to be. All right, so actually we're gonna save the games for the end because I know we have Coach Sayers on. So we're just gonna give him the opportunity to present basketball IQ. So let me get him set up. And Coach Darryl Sayers is the head coach at St. George's High School in Freeport, Grand Bahama. Let me get him on. Coach Sayers, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to all. Good afternoon.
Just share the screen. Yeah, so again, Coach Darryl Sayers, he's the head coach of the senior boys basketball team at St. George's High School. He's also a trusted consultant of the Bahamas Basketball Federation of national teams. And he's just a lover of the sport. I don't know if any of you heard about the Darryl Sayers Showcase in Freeport, Grand Bahama. That's where so many of our country's top athletes got their opportunities from. He's just been doing a phenomenal job with connecting kids who are passionate about the sport with higher opportunities, higher education opportunities that lead them to other opportunities, right? So he can tell you a little bit about that and before he gets started, but without further ado, Coach Darryl Sayers, the mic is yours.
Good afternoon to all. And one thing I'd like to add in there is that I've been involved with the junior national team for boys for more than 12 years as an assistant coach, and had the grand opportunity of traveling all over the place. Like I heard one of the speakers was talking about. I mean, if a dad dude like me who can't play no ball, that basketball taking me all around the world. I mean, places that I could barely pronounce. Paraguay, Paraguay, I can't even pronounce them words. I didn't been to Chile, I didn't been all over the place, and I had the good fortune of starting in the junior national team federation and everything else under Coach Mario Boleg. He was the head coach when we made it to Tournament of Americas, and I'm just involved in every way I can.
Okay. Jose, are you there?
Yes, I thought I lost everybody.
Okay, no, you're there.
Getting some feedback. But any questions before we get started? I think I have to wait till 12:15 or no?
No, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I am ready to go and excited to put knowledge on you, put knowledge on you, put knowledge on you. Let me get that first slide going.
We can't hear you.
I said, can you hear me now? Hello?
Actually, no, we can. That's me.
Uh-huh. Good afternoon, groups. Today we're going to talk about basketball IQ, court lines and markings. Semantics play a big part of the game. To eliminate confusion, coaches, players, and spectators alike must all communicate using the same basic basketball terminology. Now, before I say anything else, I want somebody to tell me what they think semantics really means. What does semantics means? Because I don't like to say things and people don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Somebody tell me what they think semantics means. Anybody? How about terminology? What does terminology mean? In your own words. I don't see nobody typing. Well, while we're waiting for that, here are the terms used for the court lines and markings found on a typical basketball court. We have the next slide.
Yes.
The first slide. Okay. Basketball courts are comprised of sidelines, baselines, midline or mid-court line, three-point lines, free throw circles, free throw line, lane lines, and center circle. Now that's a whole lot of things that I just said, but don't get confused, don't get flustered. You know, sometimes we just call them by different names, but what we're here to do is broaden your horizon in terms of the semantics of it all. And I ain't see nobody say nothing about what semantics is yet. But anyway, we'll move on to the next slide. Sidelines. The sidelines are the two boundary lines running the length of the court. Their location is determined by the width of the court, which is normally 50 feet wide. Along with the baseline and end line, they establish the size of the playing area. That's important. Baseline, end line. The baseline end line runs from sideline to sideline, behind the backboard at the ends of the court. They are located 4 feet behind the basket and normally have a width of 50 feet. 50 feet. Baseline and end line are interchangeable terms depending upon which team has ball position. Baseline is used for the offensive end of the court. End line is used for the back court or defensive end of the court. Give you a chance to see that. Next slide. Mid-court line. Now, did anybody answer semantics yet, Ms. Nairn? I don't know. Anybody type it in?
In the chat, I see Sean and Azaria. Semantics mean relating to language or topic. I see Addison. Addison, you can type your answer again.
Well, while we're waiting for all those, I just wanted to point out mid-court line, semantics. It's like the example for the younger group. Tomato, tomato. Depends on how you say it. It means the same thing, but how you say it. Mid-court line. But guess what? In the Bahamas, we say, but that's the half-court line, boy. That's the half-court line. Well, semantics. Tomato, tomato. That helps,
Right.
hopefully. The mid-court line divides the court in half. Offensively, once the ball crosses the mid-court line, it becomes a boundary line, reducing the offensive player area to just half of the court. Also, on most levels, the offensive team only has 8 to 10 seconds to advance the ball across the mid-court line. Now, hey, we all been playing this game, I'm sure, at a junior or senior level. You bring the ball across the half-court line, you try to take the ball over back the way you just came, you know you made a violation. That's basically what it's saying. So now when you cross over, that now becomes the offensive side and the other part becomes the defensive side. Next slide. Three-point line. Oh, that's the one y'all love the most. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I mean, everybody think they can shoot, you know, Steph Curry anyway, let me move on. Field goals made from outside this three-point line are count as 3 points. I know all y'all know that. Y'all form horrible as hell, but y'all want to shoot this three-point shot. But anyway, moving right along. The distance of the three-point line from the basket varies according to the different levels of play. I'm sure some of you have been in whether it be A.F. Adley Gym or St. George's Gym or even Kendall Isaac Gym, and you've seen these bunch of lines. And I know the line y'all always go to, the one that's furthest out, that's the one y'all can shoot from anyway. All they're saying is this is different feet away from the baseline for the three-point line that they're giving. That's all they're saying. Next slide. Free throw line. This is the one y'all hate to see. It's where the pressure's on. You can't blame the referee for nothing. It's all on you. This line is used as a boundary line when shooting free throws. It is 15 feet away from the backboard. 15 feet away from the backboard. Just you and the line and the ball. On a free throw attempt, the shooter cannot step on or cross the line or this line until the ball strikes the rim. See, I bet you some of y'all didn't know that. Because sometimes your foot on the line. And anyway, we can get into that later. The free throw line is also used in defining the 3-second area. We'll talk about that later. Next slide. Free throw circle. Now, some of y'all probably never even pay attention to this. Y'all just playing the game, you ain't even looking at it. The free throw circle have a diameter of 12 feet. 12 feet. And now you're probably saying, well, what is the diameter? Now, some of y'all are wondering what the hell's the diameter. We'll get into that another time, too. They come into play on free throws and jump balls. During a free throw attempt, the shooter must remain inside the free throw circle. Now, I don't know. Some of y'all watch the NBA. I don't watch the NBA. I know that sounds silly, but I don't really watch the NBA. You see sometimes when there was an infraction made and the two players that had this infraction and they can't decided the referee will go in between the same little line, 12 feet in diameter, and they throw the ball up and let the two players go for it. That's what they're talking about. On jump balls, non-jumpers must remain outside the circle until the ball is tapped by one of the jumpers. Next slide. Next slide, yeah. Lane line. Lane lines are boundaries running from the free throw line to the baseline. The width and shape of the lane lines vary on different levels of the game. The lane line, and just before I go any further, in terms of different variants of the game, levels of the game. Now, in New Providence, most high school, and I think primary school, and this way you could correct me there, that they play FIBA rules. So the widths of the lines are different versus in Grand Bahama, we play high school federation rules. So our lines are a little bit smaller. Whereas that in New Providence, those lines, they fan out in a different way from ours. Now, you might not have paid attention, but after this, hopefully you'll now, when you go in the gym, you're just trying to shoot 3-pointers, you'll start looking at these lines a little bit differently and have an understanding of what the difference are. And say, hey, that guy who couldn't play ball was traveling all around the world because of basketball. He talking about a line like this and a line like that. The first line, the lane lines also contain lane spaces markings used to line to separate the non-shooters. The first lane space on both sides of the basket are occupied by the opposing team from the free throw shooter. Now, anytime someone gets fouled, and I know every time you go in there, you think you get fouled anyway, but when you really get fouled, referee will set you up on these particular lines and also the blocks that we'll talk about. I'm sure some of you have done that already. Non-shooters cannot step into the 3-second area until the ball leaves the free throw shooter's hand. Now, there we go. We're talking FIBA. Once the ball leaves the fingertips, you could go in for the rebound after the free throw. Now, in high school federation rule, that ball got to be over the cylinder or touch the rim before you can move. Next slide. Center circle. The center circle is a 12-foot diameter circle located in the center of the court. It is used to start the game and other jump ball situations. On jump balls, non-jumpers must remain outside the circle until the ball is tapped by one of the jumpers. Or not, it's a violation and they'll give it to the opposing team. Next slide. Each area of the court has its own name. It is very important to use the proper terminology when describing these areas. The court areas of a typical basketball court includes 3-second area, blocks, elbows, wings, free throw line extended, top of circle, wings, corners, short corners, restricted areas, and front and back court. Now, I know you've, again, going back to semantics, you've heard different things to this. When you talk about wings, when you talk about free throw line extended, we'll talk more about those as it comes up. Next slide. 3-second area. Boy, this is the one here. I mean, but anyway, this is the area below the free throw line, as you can see, and between the lane lines. It is sometimes called the paint. This is usually painted. Since in most teams, it's painted. If any offensive player remains in this area for more than 3 seconds, it is a violation, and the other team gets the ball. That's why we try our best to coach players. 1001, 1002, get out the paint. 1001, 1002, get out the paint. Note, some professional leagues like the NBA also limit the defensive players to 3 seconds in this area as well. Now, what they're saying with that is that the defensive player could only be in there for 3 seconds. And that's a violation as well. Next slide. The block. The block is a buffer area painted on the lane line separating offensive and defensive players during a free throw attempt. Additionally, it is a very strategic area during the game. I like that word, strategic. I love it. Any player, offensive or defense, establishing a position on the block gains a definite advantage. I like to call this the 45 angle shot. Now, when some of you are better at math than I am, anytime you're on that block and you just could stand there right on that block and you put right at the top of that square above the rim, that's pretty much like an automatic shot. I always tell guys, if you put your foot behind that block and you make an offensive move towards the baseline, you most cases gonna be behind the rim. So always make your moves above the block. See where that number 2 is? You won't be above that. You won't be below that block. Next slide. Elbow. The elbow is the area of the court where the free throw line meets the lane line. Like the block, the elbows become important on dribble penetration. Any player, offensive or defensive, who gets the elbow first will gain an advantage. I found that to be very true. We don't have enough time to talk too much about that, but I find it to be very true. Next slide. Free throw extended. Free throw line extended. The imaginary line represents the extension of the free throw line across width of the court. Most coaches use it to establish defensive rules. Well, some of y'all don't like to play defense anyway, so it doesn't matter. But we're going to keep talking about it. When the ball is above the free throw line extended, a certain rule applies. When the ball is below it, when the ball is below it, another rule applies. For example, where you see the 4-on-4, what we try to teach our players is basically, hey, if the ball is up top here, we sit in high. So we got guys across the lane. When the ball goes below, then we got to react to where the ball is. The ball, not the man. It is also used as a reference for offensive player alignment, just like what I was saying. Next slide. Top of circle. The top of circle is the area straight from the basket just outside the free throw circle. It is used primarily as a reference for alignment, offensive and defensive players. It is also a favorite spot from which many players like to shoot. Boy, well, let me tell you, excuse me, 1 second. Move away from me, Daddy. Sorry about that. This is the area where guys love to play horse and take shots from, and they think that, hey, this is where all shots should resonate from, on top of this key right here. Next slide. Wing, the corner, is primarily used to designate the area where the sideline and baseline meet. This is another favorite area from which players like to shoot, love to shoot. It is usually an open area when zone defense is played, which we play a lot of because we don't want to play man-to-man because we are anyway. However, it is also an area where the defense can readily trap an offensive player with the ball. Always tell guys that you are basically playing against a 2.5 man or man and a half every time you're in that corner because the baseline and sideline meet. That's like an extra man playing defense on you every time because you got to scale that side and baseline. Next slide. It's the short corner. Short corner. The short corner is an area along the baseline, halfway between the sideline and the lane line. It is a strategic offensive area, especially used against zone defenses. You can see that. Good, where it is. 4-foot restricted area. In professional basketball, there's a semi-circle or circular 4 feet restraining area in front of the basket. No offensive charges can be taken by defenders when they are positioned on or inside this area. Well, let me tell you, I've seen maybe 20 charges in 10 years. Most Bahamian basketball players don't want to take charges or don't know. I wouldn't say they don't know how because I'm sure coaches are teaching them, but they don't want to take charges. No way. Next slide. Front court and back court. The term front court is used to denote the offensive end of the court from the midcourt line to the baseline. Back court is used to denote the area behind the midcourt line. It includes the half of the court from the midcourt line back to the end line. Once the ball is advanced across the midcourt line onto the front court, it cannot go back into the back court. That's something similar to what we talked about earlier. If you see the picture up front, if you're bringing the ball where at the top of the screen where the first diagram is, if you have the ball, you bring it across to that side. You cannot put it back on the other side because now that would be a backcourt violation. You have to be in the front. Next slide. Court dimensions and timing comparisons. Court sizes and timing rules differ depending on the level of play. And within the various basketball associations, however, they do have two things in common. Size of the rim, 18 inches, and the height of the basket, 10 feet. If you look at that diagram, you start to see the court length. Most junior high court lengths are 74 feet. Court width is 42 feet. High school is usually 85 feet. Court width is 50 feet. College is 94 feet. Court width is 50 feet. NBA, 94 feet, 50 feet. And with that, I think that brings us to the end of my presentation. If you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer. As you can tell, I love to talk. I don't care what it is, I will try my best to answer. And if I don't know, I will find out and get it back to you. If not, we got questions for our participants to win prizes, I'm told. Do the coaches get prizes too, or? I can't even hear you. I think you muted.
I said you are the prize.
boy, I ain't gonna say what I really. Boy, y'all good. Boy, y'all good. Good. Okay, this is answer a question correctly for prize time. Here we go. Ages 5 to 7. Hope you've been paying attention. Name 2 lines on the basketball court for me, please. Name 2 lines on the basketball court. Now, Ms. Nan, I don't have the thing, so you got to go look what they say. Chat thingy.
Two lines on the basketball court. 5 to 7, Kaiser.
Ages 5 to 7, don't cheat.
Carrie, you want to answer? Camden and Kayle. 3-point line. Oh. Dominique said 3-point line and free throw line.
All right.
All right, so Dominique, we'll give that one to you. Good job.
Ages 8 to 10. 8 to 10. Not 14 and 17. 8 to 10. What is the width of the junior high basketball court? The width of the junior high basketball. Come on now.
What is the height of a junior high basketball court? The width, sorry.
Come on, guys. Anybody get it yet? No one got it as yet.
Oh boy. All right, let me know when it's in there. Come on, right back.
What is the width? Okay, it looks like, no, who is that? Oh boy, so many people come in. Who is that now? Let me make sure I get it right so I don't mess this up. It looks like, no, it's not 92 feet. Benjamin McKinney, I think you're the first one to 42 feet. Benjamin McKinney. If someone said it before Benjamin, please let me know, but I don't see anybody before Benjamin McKinney, if I'm pronouncing that right. So Benjamin McKinney, you got the answer. Benjamin McKinney. Okay, next group is 11 to 13. It's a little bit more challenging. I think Benjamin McKinney got it, Ms. Nairn.
Okay, so Benjamin McKinney got that one?
Yes.
Good job, Benjamin.
Okay, now ages 11 to 13. 11 to 13. What is the midcourt line? little bit challenging, but you could do it. And in your own words, it don't have to be, you know, verbatim. In your own words, what is the mid-court line? Once it makes sense. Anybody get it? Says that the line in the middle of the court, it separates the two halves. That ain't bad. Who said that? I think the closest right now would be Damian Bryce, I think it is.
Damian Bryce?
I think he's the closest in his own words. He said the line in the middle of the court, it separates the two sides. Anything better than that?
All right. We'll go with that. Good job, Damian.
Up next, 14 to 16. Where is the short corner? In your own words, if need be. Where is the short corner? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Where is the short corner? On the sides of the backboard, close to the baseline. Area between the blocks and the corner. Well, at least we get you thinking. That's good. Short corner is in front of the corner. The short corner is in front of the corner. Between the three-point line and free throw line. In between the block and the corner. Like I told you, it's going to be a little challenging, guys. Short corner. Anybody came closest yet?
They have the right idea.
Well, whoever comes closer to it in their own words, because like I said, it is a little bit challenging.
Okay, I see Brian and Brandon. Kind of the corner, but before the paint. I mean, that's basically the area of the short corner.
Yeah, halfway between the sideline and the lane line. Yeah, well, give it to him.
Okay, Brian.
Now you're also expecting some easy questions. Not a day like it. Not a day like it. 17 to 19. Here we go. You messed this up. I'm looking for all of y'all. I'm not even. Can they see the question?
Yes. What is the 4-foot restricted area used for in professional basketball?
What is the 4-foot restriction area used for in professional basketball? Y'all get the easiest question out of all these young children. If y'all mess this up, I can find y'all. Who's that? Trayvon Nixon, eh?
Yes. Trayvon. All right, so Trayvon Nixon. Put that answer in first.
All right. Well, that is my time, and I appreciate the opportunity. I hope you was able to learn something. If you have any questions, or if there's any time for any questions, Ms. Nern, then I'll take them, no matter what it is.
Okay, do you have any questions for Coach Sayers? You can write them in the chat. I'll type them in the chat, Jurelle.
Can you ever get chosen? What do you mean? What about age 20 to 25? What does that mean? Nope. Who's that? Kayle. I don't mess nobody's name up. Mr. Roll. Well, my pleasure. My pleasure as always. I want to be chosen. Who's that? Who's Devon Clark? Who wants to be chosen for what? What do you want to be chosen for? No problem, Mr. Roll. I appreciate it. Oh, for prize, I don't deal with the prizes. I just give the questions and answers. So no questions about what we talked about today or anything else. What is my favorite basketball team? You mean what kind of team? You mean the NBA, college, what? High school? You know what I'm gonna say? High school. I mean that's a gimme. Jaguars all the way. Hey, the future. NBA. Now, like I said, this sounds crazy. I do not enjoy the NBA as a basketball coach. I know it sounds idiotic. I do not. Now, when I was emphatic about the NBA, Chicago Bulls and the greatest of all time, Jordan was my team. But I'll watch the NBA. I'll watch the NBA if it gets hot, like it's playoffs or something like that. I'll do that. What do you tell your teammate if you are in a 2-on-1 fast break and he shoots a 3-pointer, but he knows he can't? Boy, look at what I would say to him politely, sir, how many of those 3-point shots have you made in the past? When you can show or prove to me that you have 40% or more from hitting those kinds of shots in those kinds of situations, then you're allowed to shoot those kinds of shots. If not, don't shoot my ball.
We said call on when you're done.
Why y'all do that? I won nothing these past, but I'm sorry you didn't win anything. Keep trying. Thanks, coach. I got it down pat. Was that Byron Roll? Okay, well, I'm good. That's good. Anything else? Oh, that's CJ. I thought it was, CJ. That's my left-handed godchild.
No.
Calvin Magandas. I thought it was the future. You got it down pat. Oh, no problem, Mr. Malcolm. No problem at all. I guess nobody got any other questions.
No.
As much as I like to talk, y'all ain't, boy, look here, I like to talk, y'all. I got a wealth of knowledge and stories to tell. I mean, come on, no questions, nothing. No problem, Jason. Mr. Dorset, no problem. Thank you. No problem at all. Raquel Stewart, pleasure.
Sean and Azaria, apologies. Keep trying. Hopefully we see your questions. Or your
I'm not telling
answers
about no
first.
frog and no milk. No, I'm not doing that. Not on here. I'm not doing that. I'll let Mr. Monroe tell that story.
Frog and
I do a layup. I can do a layup. I speaking of layup, now that you bring it up, and cut me off anytime you're ready, Miss Nairn, because I just talking.
Mm-hmm.
I have something. One of our philosophies, our offensive philosophies, is called the $1 million shot. And what that is if I say to all of you, hey, I'm going to give you $1 million to shoot a shot, where most of you going to shoot the shot from? One shot, one chance, $1 million. Where are you going to shoot it from? Okay, while I'm waiting for that answer, is how long I've been coaching. Jesus, boy, you're trying to make me feel old. My birthday was yesterday, actually. I've been coaching since 1996. Okay, Jason says, well, see, Jason from our program, so I know he can say that right under the rim. Free throw. You can take a chance on a free throw? Jesus. For $1 million, you take a chance on a free throw. But if you can't, thank you very much for the belated birthdays. But we say $1 million shot because if you're right on the rim, you have a better chance of scoring. So our philosophy has always been the closer you are to the rim, the better chance you have at scoring. So I know everybody, curious about the 3-point shot and everything else, and that's all fine and good. But we believe if you closer to the rim, better chance you have at scoring. I know a lot of young players don't want to hear that. The 3-pointer, look at this 3-pointer. You're gonna take a chance with a 3-pointer for $1 million in one shot? I ain't taking that chance. I'll advise you, Mr. or Mrs. DeVoe, don't take that chance. Go right under the rim and try to lay that up. Get your $1 million and go home. You won't take a chance with half court. Yeah, you joking now. Any other questions?
Guess not.
Man, when I was prepared here to talk, and y'all ain't. Come on, man. I got so much story. Do I watch baseball? I hate baseball. I know that sound bad. I hate baseball. I don't understand how people even watch that. But I admire it, and I respect it. How dare I? Oh my goodness. Ooh, somebody's upset. Baseball is a great sport. I mean, it is, but I just don't like to watch it. It's like watching tennis. I'm not telling you, watching a ping pong. That makes no sense. Watching baseball is better than basketball. Well, I mean, to each his own. I love football. I love football. Love football, NFL and college. I love it. But baseball is a great sport. Great sport. I just don't, like I said, I'm a competitor. So when it gets down to like the playoffs, I'd probably watch a playoff game in baseball or some other sports. And I encourage you to continue loving baseball. I mean, you see what the country has been doing with baseball players. I mean, they sign professional contracts like every couple of months, seems like. Who's the best player you ever coached? Now, see, why are you trying to get me in trouble, man? Now, I coach a lot of players, a lot of talented players. Not that comes up. I mean, you know, we have a system where we say, you know, guys have certain things. You have some guys who have the dribbling skills or all the talent, running, jump skills. And some may not have the academic prowess. You know, I hear Ms. Nairn talk about academics. We are big on academics. I mean, to play on our team, to even practice on our team, you have to maintain a 2.3 grade point average. You don't have a 2.3, you are not practicing or playing. Now, we don't do that without leaving you to hang on your own. We always have our study halls, like I heard Ms. Nairn talk about. We have study halls and we have things set up where you can get help from our teachers who volunteer their time, personal time, to help you during that time. And then we do a grade check every 6 weeks, or depending on the nature of the situation, we get a grade check. And if that grade check comes back that you're doing well, then you can come back and practice. But we don't even play that. I don't care how good a player you is, you ain't a practice, you ain't a play. All you can do is focus on that. But best player, boy. We had a lot of guys. We had a lot of guys. The first one comes off my head is Magnum Roll. I'm sure some of you never heard of him, but Magnum Roll couldn't walk and chew gum, and he was walking through a little track road that we was having a little practice, and I was in school at that time. It was around 2000, maybe 2000 or 2001, somewhere around there. And you know, I asked him if he ever played ball. He said no, and I've been trying to get him to play ball, but he wouldn't. I've been to his teachers everywhere trying to rent his house. He was living in this kind of a rough part of the neighborhood in Redwood Lane down there in Marystad. I had to tiptoe through there to go and talk to his parents. And finally, I to speed the story, I had to bribe the child with Kentucky Fried Chicken to get him to come to practice. I dared serious. And the kid ended up blossoming. And believe it or not, he was the only player that I know of, and this way I could get corrected today, that was ranked in the top 30 in the whole United States and was still in the Bahamas, in Rivals.com, Scout.com, and all those things back in the day. And he ended up finishing that year as the number 18th player in the country. And he played with the Jordan Brand game. He still might share the record of most rebounds in that game with Dwight Howard and all those guys. He had, I want to say 12 or 15 rebounds in that game and 8 points. He ended up going to LSU, going to the Final Four. He got drafted by the Indiana Pacers as the number 51 player or 52nd player drafted. And he was, but I had a lot of players who didn't make it to that level. I mean, a lot of talent, but he is one that sticks out to my mind because we have so many kids who have so many challenges beyond just doing their schoolwork. I mean, you know, people got challenges at home, and that's why me and a lot of the other coaches, and I know I can speak for our staff, and I know coaches personally, we don't have the problem of taking on the idea of being more than a coach. It could be the daddy, the mommy, the auntie, and uncle, and friend, and pastor, and whatever we need to do to help you. And that's why I'm glad to be a part of this. I just want to say hungry right now. I can't get it that one now, but you know, we're all here to help you, and we want to see all our Bahamian players do well. Who's my favorite NBA player? Well, I don't watch the NBA, so you know I got to go to Bahamian players. The only Buddy Hield who I had some intimate knowledge about because we helped him go off to school as well through our showcase. So him and Buddy and DeAndre would be the ones I would say my favorite players.
Yes.
So I want some KFC right now. What about
Well,
Clay?
thank you so
Clay. I mean, he has Bahamian heritage. I mean, he was not born in the Bahamas, but I admire him as well, and I did love his dad. His dad, I mean, he revolutionized everything for us back then. What inspired you to be a boss? Now, this is funny. You know, I look here. When I was in high school, I thought I was so good, and I don't want none of y'all to take this offense. See, if it wasn't for people in my life, I could have followed that dream of thinking I was going to the NBA, and I'd have never make it. 'Cause I had to find out late that I was sorry as hell. I thought, no, Jurelle, I thought I could have played. And I spent many times on that bench in Hawksbill High, the greatest high school of all time, by the way, at Hawksbill High, and waving that towel. Let me see if I can find waving that towel. Let's go, Hawksbill, let's go. I never get off the bench. I got to play a little defense. I was aggressive. But my brother, who was really good at that time, his name is James, says he was the one who was the player. And they used to tease me all the time, say, but the only reason you on the team because your brother on the team, which was possibly true. And it was a coach by the it was a coach by the name of Errol Bodie, God rest his soul, he's my coach. He was a track coach. And he saw, you know, where I was, you know, leading the straight. He knew I had talent. He came to Coach King and he said, Coach, if you see this dude on this court again, call me, let me know so I can come in and break his leg. And I know he was crazy enough to break my leg. So I had to leave basketball alone and go to track and field. And track and field is what actually got me into college. And I became a 9-time All-American in long and triple jump. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah, see, she even like, what? You used to do long? Yeah, I was right on the break of qualifying for the Olympics with a jump of 26 feet, half inch. I was doing good. And then I always loved basketball because I had in my head that I could have played. But I was sorry. And I started coaching at Central Missouri State at the school I was at. And that's how I ended up when I started doing my graduate assistant, trying to coach in basketball. And I just always had the love for it. And so when I came home and I became an assistant coach at Gombayland, well, it's enjoyed, but it's Gombayland then, I continued getting into it more and more. And that's how the Lord put me into being a coach.
All right.
I think it's time for me to go. Ms. Nan, tell me the time to go because, you know, I'll talk with you. Like, but they doing the Academy Awards, they start
Playing to wrap it up.
playing that music. It's time. No, time to go. Time to go. I wish I could answer all those other questions. I would love to, but maybe another time.
Yes. But thank you so much, Coach Sears. It was a pleasure. And I hope that these campers were paying attention. Sorry, we have feedback.
I love your hat, by the way.
Thank you. All right. Let me turn this down.
Let me answer a question while she in here. So you was a trash basketball, but you still started coaching. Yeah, I wasn't good. I was not, you know, and this is where as coaches, I think we have to do a better job of recognizing talent in everyone. I believe God has given me a gift to recognize talent in anybody. You have some kids who's 6'4", and as a coach, what we do sometimes, we put them and play power forward and because of their size. And then they could be doing something where they're being tracked because that's why we make it a rule. Anybody on a basketball team, they have to do another sport. In most cases, track and field, because you could end up doing long jump, triple jump, high jump, volleyball, whatever it is, because you're sometimes more the most athletic kids. So we want to broaden your horizon so you can get a scholarship someplace else possibly because you at 6'4" thinking you're going to be a power forward. So we didn't train you to be a power forward. Your dribbling skills ain't good. You hit one 3-pointer out of 20 and you think you can shoot a 3-point shot and you think you should get a scholarship to Duke because you hit one shot. You know, and this is where coaches come in and we try to make sure you get well-versed in other sports to hopefully get you, because the ultimate goal is to get you an education. And I was fortunate enough that mine came through track and field.
Yes. So that's the beauty about, you know, our coaches. We want you to be basketball players. I mean, if we have a million great basketball players, that's great. But ultimately, we want you to be the best version of yourself. And if that's in basketball, then we'll put the effort behind you in basketball. If that's you being, again, a carpenter, we'll say, hey, check out this technical school, take these subjects, because that's where you're going to have success. So as coaches, we recognize that, and we definitely try to align you with your talents and with whatever it is that you can do to become the best version of yourself.
Well, the question's coming now, Jesus. Oh boy, I offend some sockers, but let me tell you something. I'm not gonna offend no sockers here today. Sock is I wanted to go to sock, just so you know. I went to Our Ladies primary school, and I didn't pass the test to go to sock, so I had to go to Aquinas, man. So I have great admiration for St. Augustine's College. All my cousins went there when I was in Nassau, but I couldn't go. And then I got in some little trouble, and I get run to Freeport. Some guys try to beat me up with that old, what's it called, the syndicate gang or whatever it was, and they run me from around there, man. I had to come to Freeport. So soccer is a very, very good program, and track and field. I can't. No one could say anything but soccer. And when it comes to overall academics and track and field, other sports too, but it's a very good program. But just run me whenever you want, Miss Nairn. I because I'll study and talk until you cut me off.
Okay, so we're gonna go and transition to our next segment. Our theme, fundamental drills at home. So in the chat, just tell me how many of you have actually been doing these workouts on your own after camp. I would have shared our YouTube page. You can go there at any time and see all of these videos. Again, get workouts in on your own. Anyone? I don't see any chats. Any responses in the chat? Benicia, you did the workout? All right, good job. Aiden did. Which workout did you do, Aiden? All right, so I'm gonna briefly show you a clip of today's at-home workout. The first one with Coach McDonald. All right, good job, Travis and Kamari. Okay. Having a bit of a lag here, 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. So we're gonna go through these videos and then we'll go into our competition before we end for the day. Okay, first up we have Coach McDonald. Can y'all see that? Okay, here's Coach McDonald. first you're gonna start with some squat holds with your basketball. 3 sets of 30 seconds. So you're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. You should feel this in your glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings. Then you're gonna do your push-ups to shoulder taps. I think we're gonna have a push-up to shoulder tap competition right after this. See how many you can do in 30 seconds. Some good exercises, y'all. I guarantee if you do these every day, you will be in shape. You'll become a better athlete. All right, up next, you'll have your basketball workouts with Coach Denzel. So overhead passing. Mr. Beast, would y'all please stop? I'm gonna have to remove you from camp if you don't stop messing with the controls, all right? Stop being disruptive. It's not cute, it's not fun, it's not funny. Thank you. So again, ask a parent to go outside with you, work on your overhead passing. This is your beginners drills. If you want to get the ball to an open teammate quickly across court, this is the passage you use. So just grab a friend, anyone that can catch. They don't have to be able to pass as well. Just ask someone to catch for you, let you get some passing in. This one is a wrap pass. So you use that to pass the ball around the defender, usually to the post. So it's a one-handed pass, and you wrap it around the defender. So again, get a friend, 3 dribbles, wrap the ball around the defender. Some of you try to do a chest pass for everything, trying to pass the ball through the defender. It's not going to work. So you want to include this in your game. And he demonstrates that in the drill. All right, and there are also a few other drills that he has there. We have both the advanced and the beginner's video. So make sure you watch those today. All right, competition time. I think I like that push-up to shoulder tap. So again, we're gonna have 5 contestants. So the first 5 to type, what do I want you to type in the chat? I'm coming up with a question. Something that you learned today. Oh, Coach Jabari, he gave a topic. Well, he gave you some information on leadership. What was his topic? So the first 5 persons to write the correct answer on Coach Jabari Wilmott's topic, you'll be the specific topic on leadership. So the first 5 to type that answer in the chat, you'll be our 5 participants in our push-up to shoulder tap. Okay, Danae. Okay, Jason, I'll take that. No. Danae, Jason, Iasis. Mr. Beast, you have bad behavior today, so I'm not gonna allow you to be in this competition. So Danae, Jason, Aiden, Abeni, Kamari, and Joshua. Let me write those names down so I can remember. Danae, Jason, Abeni, who else did I say? Iasis, Aiden Cox, Aiden. All right, so we're gonna start with Danae, then followed by Jason McCauley, followed by Abeni, Iasis, and Aiden. So you're gonna have 30 seconds on the clock, and we're gonna see how many push-up to shoulder taps you can do. Now, today, you're gonna have to do proper push-ups. Yesterday, you got away with it. I wanna see your chest or your chin touch the floor on each push-up. If it doesn't touch, it's not gonna count, all right? So take your time and do it properly. All right, so let me unmute some mics. First up, like I said, Danae. All right, Danae, you can unmute your mic. Let me get the clock ready.
So, Mr. Jurelle,
Yeah, I can see you.
It's the push-up and then this.
Oh, no, I'll show you. Oh, y'all got me demonstrate. My coconut. Told you I'm the Bahamas' first coconut girl. All right. Y'all can see me? So you're here, here, here.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
So both hands is 1? Or this count is 1, this count is 1?
Yeah. Each time you go down will count as 1.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't be on your knees.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm wearing myself out before we start.
All All right, let me get the clock on. So 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice form. 9, 10, 11. Good job. 12. Woo! 13. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was what, 16?
Yeah.
All right. Good job. We have Danae with 16 reps. Up next is Jason. Y'all give Danae a round of applause, a virtual clap. All right, Jason, you're up next.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me reset the clock. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Slap your chest. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 31. All right.
Way to go, Jay.
Wow. Good job. Is he trying to break record today? Okay, Benny is up next. Benny, 31 is the number to beat. All right, you can go ahead, Benny. Benny. Benny, where are you? All right, we're gonna move on to the next participant. Benny, you have to unmute your mic if you're there. Okay, Benny left. Oh, there they are. Anyway, who's next? Iasis.
Papa, she's not meaning me.
Oh, Benny, I can hear you now. I can see you.
Oh.
Okay. Are you ready?
Okay.
While Benny gets ready, we're launching the poll, so make sure you take that poll before we leave today.
Can't really see.
Actually, we'll wait on that because you can't see it. Okay, Benny, as you get set up, he'll come back to you. Up next is Iasis.
I can't do I started doing it for 8 days. So this iPad was glitching.
Are you ready?
Okay. Take off the I have a second.
See your camera.
Okay. Goodbye.
All right, you ready? Well, who's the contestant? You're Isis?
No, I'm Aiden. My phone was glitching, so she answered to me. She typed it in the chat.
Okay, no problem. I just need your name though.
Aiden.
Okay. Just type it in the chat when you're done so that I can record it. All right, let me set up the clock. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, go down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not counting that one. 11, there you go. 12, 13, 14, 15, good job. 16, good job. 17, good job. 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, time. Great job. Tell me your name again.
Aiden.
Aiden. Okay. So you got 21. Good job. Aiden, what's your last name?
Murphy.
Murphy. Aiden Murphy. All right. And our last participant is Aiden Cox. Aiden, you can go ahead and unmute your mic. Because you have to say something so that you show up on the screen.
Hello? Hello?
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, hold on. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, nice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, wow, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, a tie. It's a tie. A tie between Aiden and Aiden. The battle of the Aidens. I think I'm gonna have y'all two do a show off. I mean a showdown. Let's see if we can have both of y'all go at the same time. Can we do that? Nah, no. I don't wanna miss anyone. I wanna think of a tiebreaker for you two. Good job, good job. Y'all been doing some workouts. Y'all getting in shape. A Benny, let's see if a Benny is ready.
Every day.
All right, Aiden, you can mute your mic.
Okay.
A Benny, you ready? You can go ahead.
Benny. Give it to Mama.
You ready?
Wait, you can flip it on me.
Okay, I can see you.
Yes, a Benny.
All right, your connection is a little low, but we'll see if we can work with it. All right, your connection is a little low.
Yeah, Benny.
All right, Benny, I don't know. We might have to come back to you. All right. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. So we had Danae with 16, Jason McCulley with 31. Benny, we had some technical difficulties, so she didn't get to participate. Aiden with 21 and Aiden Cox with 21. So essentially our winner is Jason McCulley. And we have a tie between, but everyone was in a different age group. So Danae, everyone gets a prize, but I want to have a showdown between Aiden and Aiden. So what we're going to do is a burpee contest between Aiden and Aiden to decide who gets the prize between them, those two. So we're going to do that burpee to split jump combo that we did yesterday, right? Y'all remember? All right, I'll do an example and then we'll go to that. So Aiden and Aiden are gonna have a showdown. So let me switch the camera. All right. So you're here, push up, in, squat jump, down, push up, in, squat jump, squat jump. Got it? Got it? All right, so up first is gonna be Aiden Murphy. So let me go ahead and unmute you.
We do this every day.
Okay, so let me put 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, go. One, you gotta do a proper jump, squat jump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, you got 9. So we got Aiden Murphy with 9. But Aiden, you gotta work on that technique. On those squat jumps, I need you getting a little deeper, okay? Just keep that in mind. All right, good job. Next we have Aiden Cox. You can unmute your mic, Aiden. All right,
Okay,
say something.
do I have to like go run or just like stay there?
No, it's the push up. You go down, push up, in, out. When you come up, it's the squat jumps. Split squats. You need me to demonstrate again?
No, Mom.
You sure?
Yes, Mom.
Okay. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. That's 1. There you go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. 7, 8. Oh, time. And the competition was on, but Aiden Murphy pulled away by the skin of his teeth. I think he got 10 and you got 8. No, he got 9 and you got 8. Huh?
When I went down, was that 8? Okay.
Good job. Good participation.
Good game.
Good competition. So guess what? All 4 of my competitors will get a prize. So because so many of you have won so many prizes, you will get a gift, an array of prizes, which will consist of a basketball, a uniform, some gift certificates to Wendy's and McDonald's. Sorry, Nagua, I know y'all don't have those there. So that I'll make sure and not put that in your packet. So again, you'll get an array of prizes and you'll pick those up on Saturday. At cost, right? My person's not in Nassau. I'll connect with you so that I can get it to the appropriate mailboat or airline to make sure you get your prizes. Thank you all for participating. Tomorrow is the last and final day of camp. You're not supposed to clap, you're supposed to be sad. But we have an exciting lineup of coaches in store for you tomorrow. Coach Henfield will be in the house from CSA Academy. Camp starts at 10:30 a.m. sharp, so make sure you're here. I thank you all for being great participants, great campers. You are what is making this camp a success. Thank you for showing up with good energy, great attitudes, just being engaged as best as you can given the situation. So thank you for taking advantage of this opportunity. Oh, we have a poll. I'm gonna launch a poll. So just take a few minutes, answer the questions. It should have popped up on your screen. So it's on your screen. Just take a few minutes and answer those questions. All right. Once you're done, hit submit. Okay. And once you're done with the poll, you're free to leave. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. I'll send you an email tonight or shortly after camp with the links to the homework. Addison, you may have to log off and log back in and then you'll be able to see it. Thank you, Joshua. I'm glad you had a great day. All right, Mario, hopefully you win something tomorrow. Oh. Oh, question 10. Don't worry about that. Just select if you've been there for 1, 2, or 3 days. I'll be sure to adjust it tomorrow for the 5 days. All right, Aiden, see ya. All right, Sean and Nazaria. Glad to hear that, Sarah. Jason, okay. Well, which one did you love the least? Bye, Eric. Bye, DeLiam and DeVario. All right, Danae, see you. The drills, really? Laziness. Bye, Camden and Kayle, Benjamin, Aiden, Anthony. See you tomorrow. Okay, Eric. All right, I think that's everyone. Everyone completed the poll. So I'll end that. Awesome. So 100% of attendees said they had fun. 92% said they learned something new. 100% said they learned something new that can help them to grow. 100% said they learned something that can help them to become a better basketball player. 100% said they plan to come to camp tomorrow. 96% said they're going to tell a friend about the camp. 50% say they're going to make at least one social media post, but 33% don't have social media. The most enjoyed session was skills and drills today, followed by fundamentals and action, followed by warm-ups, leadership development, okay. What session did they enjoy the least? Warm-ups. How many days of camp did they attend? 88% attended all 3 days. All right. All right, Joshua, thanks for letting Keno know. See you, Sarah, Anthony. All right, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, Addison. Bye, Camden. Oh, Anthony, gotta charge up. Sarah, okay, yeah, that one was in English. I told you gotta brush up on your Spanish. Okay, Lanice, I'm glad you enjoyed. All right, y'all, about to end the chat, so see y'all tomorrow. Whew, Joshua, good question. Maybe I can talk to the Soccer Federation and see if they want to do a virtual soccer camp. All right. All right.